Hello again, vinyl community, this is Matt, and today just a real quick video on how to replace the stylus on the AT-95E cartridge, or more specifically the Audio-Technica LP120 turntable. That's the turntable that I have. I'm sure plenty of you guys have it. It's a very good but also very common turntable these days. So you know, I nearly didn't make this video because I thought it's going to be too simplistic, or I don't know, condescending or something like that. But I thought a couple of years ago, when I was first getting back into vinyl, I would have really appreciated a video like this. You know, I would have found it really helpful, because if you've never changed a stylus on a cartridge before, it could be a little intimidating. You think, oh geez, I don't want to break something or get something wrong. So I'll show you how it's done. It's real simple. It literally will take you 2 or 3 minutes. And this replacement stylus here, this cost $30. That was from Amazon. That's pretty much the going rate, I think. You might be able to find it slightly cheaper elsewhere, but I doubt it. And you know, it's definitely worth doing. I would recommend replacing it every 1 to 2 years. It depends on your usage. If you use the turntable a lot, make it closer to 1 year. If you use it maybe a little more sporadically, like me, actually, I don't listen to records every day. I do listen to music pretty much every day, but you know, sometimes it's CDs or cassettes or whatever. So if you're more like me, where maybe you're only using the turntable perhaps every other day, you could probably get away with closer to the 2 years. For me, it's been about a year and 4 months, I think. And what prompted the change of stylus was that I had a record on a few days ago, and I was actually, while I was doing dishes, and the record, the stylus got to the end of the record, went into the dead wax, and then skipped. It actually jumped into the center of the record, into the label, and you know, it probably took at least 10 seconds before, you know, like I said, I was in the middle of doing the dishes, before I could kind of put everything down and scramble back over and raise the tone arm. And I thought, geez, I wonder what damage that's done to the stylus. And it still sounded okay. But then I thought, you know, it actually has been well over a year. Let's just change it. It's only 30 bucks. What the heck? So let's go over to the turntable, to the AT-LP120. And first things first, we will be removing the headshell. So let's head over to the turntable. So first things first, we want to remove the headshell, which is this right here at the end. Okay, and to do that, very simple. We're going to take this cog right at the top of the headshell. Just needs rotating 2 or 3 times, like that, and the headshell will just pull right out. You don't have to force it, it should just literally come right out easily. And this here, well, if I take the plastic shield off, this here is our old stylus that we will be replacing. We're not replacing the entire cartridge, which is underneath the stylus. We're just replacing the green piece right here, which will come off really easily. So you can do it without taking the entire head shell off if you really want to, but then it's a little more fiddly. You've got to kind of, you know, get down and look underneath the tone arm. So why do that when it's so easy just to pop this off? So let's go on over to the table, and I will show you real quick. Just takes a minute or two. I'll show you how to replace the stylus. Okay, after removing the headshell from the turntable, we're going to go ahead and remove the old stylus. So first things first, you probably have a little plastic shield covering the old stylus, so take that off, because the replacement stylus may not come with one, and this one doesn't. And it's going to look like at a glance that you should need to pull the old stylus towards the end of the headshell, but that's actually not the case. If you try to pull it this way, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to keep pulling on nothing. It actually needs to be pulled this way. So if you were to turn the headshell towards you, we're going to pull this slightly diagonally back. So it should come off pretty easily once we do that. Especially if you pull it from the back, like here, there's little grips at the back. Just pull it like that, and off it comes. So here's our old stylus right here. If I can get the camera to focus. There we go, there's our old one. And we're just going to put that to one side. So now we have a cartridge right here with no stylus. So it's not going to be playing any records just yet. And here is our replacement stylus, the new one. It should come in a box like this. In fact, it came in packaging, which I already removed, with the box inside. So we'll take the lid off. Okay, we've got a little strip of plastic just to protect the new stylus. We're going to take that off. There we go. Okay, so here's our new stylus. Try to take care not to touch the stylus itself. You know, it shouldn't do any harm, but still try to avoid it if possible. We don't want to take any risks. And we're going to take our headshell and position it just where the old one came off, just like this. We're going to push it down into place like that, and it clicks in. And that's it. It should be done. We're going to put the little plastic shield back over it for now. Okay, so now we've got our new stylus and our old cartridge and our old headshell, and we're going to go put the headshell back into the toner on the turntable. There's a small little metal part sticking out. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but it's right above where my thumb is here. You're just going to line that up with a little groove in the tone arm. Just slot it in, don't force it, just push it in enough so until you meet some resistance. And then we're going to rotate the cog here until it's reasonably tight. Don't over tighten it, just nice and snug. And that's it. That's all done. And yeah, now it's just time for a play test. Before we do that, it's a good idea just to clean it, even though it's a new stylus. Now, whether you want to use a brush like this, that's fine. Just brush it towards you, just a couple of times, okay? Starting from the back of the stylus, coming towards you. Or I prefer to use this Zero Dust right here, which is a Japanese product. It's just gel, and all you're going to do is just gently dip the stylus in and lift it out, and that's it. And that'll just take off any little tiny bits of dust that might have accumulated. Even though it's been sealed, you never know. Okay, and so now all that's left is to do a quick play test. So I'm just going to grab a 7-inch single. Happens to be a Razor. That just was the first one that I picked up right there. Okay, let's make sure everything sounds good. Probably helps if I would put it on the right speed setting, so 45. Sounds great. So that's it. Real quick, real easy. Doesn't take any special skills. Yeah, that's how you change the stylus on the AT-95E cartridge and on the Audio Technica AT-LP120 turntable. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and until next time, bye bye.